Welcome to this endgame review of the Lucena position, a key in rook and pawn endgames. The side who is ahead by the extra pawn strives to reach this position, and the defender will try to prevent this position from coming about, because once this position is reached, white has the win here, but it can be confusing on how to continue in this position. One example is in this position, white must strive to do what's called building a bridge by moving the rook onto this fourth rank. And so if he did this immediately with rook to e4, you could have rook to c1, which blocks in white's king because of the black king and the black rook. And so in order to prevent that and give white more freedom, white should do this instead. Move this rook on e1 to f2, attacking the king first and driving this king away. In rook endings, it's usually good to restrict the enemy king and get them as far away from the action as possible. And so by attacking the king will have to move backwards, further away from this pawn. And so if the king instead tried to move closer, we may have this position where now black's king is blocking any attacks or checks up this e-file from black's rook. And so the game may continue with a check from a8, but that would lead to a promotion and exchange, and white would win from here. And so in order to avoid that, black's best option would be, after rook to f2, moving away. And now white builds the bridge by bringing the rook up to the fourth rank. And here the game could continue with different options, but one example is rook to d1, getting behind the pawn. The king comes out, and then black tries to harass the king with checks. But now we'll see why the rook moved up to the fourth rank. The king can move, check, and then he comes down to this d5 square, and if he's checked again, now the rook can defend. And after capture, promotion, and white wins. And if we go back to this position where the rook is moved up to the fourth rank, and instead of moving rook to d1, if the king instead attacked, then the game could continue with rook to d4, and from there the rook would protect the pawn for promotion, and black would lose in this position. Possibly like this here, if you think that black has a chance at a checkmate on h8, but there's a check first after the promotion. And so another option is after king to e8, instead of rook to e1 checking, a rook to a8 check, but then promotion, and white wins in this position. And so if we go back to the beginning, the thing to remember in the Lucena position is that once white has reached this position, he is winning. And a quick way to continue is to do what's called building a bridge by bringing your rook up to this fourth rank. But first, you want to remember to push the king away further from the action around this pawn that's trying to promote. And so as he goes away, build the bridge by moving the rook up to the fourth rank. And from here, the checks that harass the white king are soon stopped by this rook, allowing promotion of the pawn. And so I hope you have enjoyed this review of the Lucena position. Remember to try and achieve this position if you have the extra pawn, and avoid it if you are defending. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave comments with any questions, concerns. Thank you. Have a great day.